did what I was supposed to. That's not fair.
What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome to a new series on the Max Hit Matt YouTube channel. I'm, of course, PT Savage, and, of course, we got Max Hit Matt. TEW9 new series, Tiny to Titanic, 2013 save, Crimson Championship Wrestling, and if you would have just seen at the start of this video, we played a little preview sort of video to hype all you guys up, because I'm gonna be real, right? I'm gonna be real right now. I feel like Matt and I have come to a perfect idea, a generational idea, and look, this is, I'll say for myself, this is the most keen I've been for a series, purely because of things that we are going to do throughout this series to make you guys invested in the stories that we're going to tell. I don't want to say too much, or otherwise I'm just going to get way ahead of myself, but I'll kick it to Matt to tell more.
Yeah, of course. So we are Crimson Championship Wrestling. We are based in Detroit, Michigan. We started out, of course, tiny, going to Titanic 2013. It is May of 2013. For me, this era holds a very special place in my heart. This is when I started branching out from WWE. So I started watching a bit of New Japan, stuff like Kenny Omega and, all of that stuff, He was in DDT at this point. But, I started watching. I was already watching TNA, don't get me wrong, but I started branching out of just that stuff. Was watching the indies, so this is really special for me, and I can't wait to get into it, man. I won't tell you the owner of the company. It's not us for a change. We're changing that up, but we're also not going to go through the roster. Of course, you had a little bit of a sneak peek of some people that are going to be here, of course, but I don't want to give away everything. I want you guys to learn with this. This is going to be a narrative. This is going to be a legacy. This is going to be the rebirth of pro wrestling. All right, and we are here for CCW Rebirth in Blood 2013, where Don Callis opens the show and he grabs a mic and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rebirth in Blood. Tonight makes a turning point in tonight marks a turning point in professional wrestling. You've been force-fed mediocrity for years. Carnival acts, cosplay champions, celebrities who have no right being in a wrestling ring. But that ends right here and right now. I am Don Callis. I own CCW, and under my vision, professional wrestling isn't just coming back, it's rising from the grave." The chants chant, "You suck," at Callis, but he grins and he says, "Yes, yes, I suck, all the way to the bank, while you cheer for your flavor of the month, Flippy Boys. Speaking of which, let's talk tag team wrestling." The crowd, starts to murmur. CCW will crown the new World Tag Team Champions in the most stacked tournament in modern history. 8 teams, real teams, violent, hungry, desperate. Only one will walk out with the gold. Let's run it down for you mouth breathers. The Monsters of Mayhem War Machine, the Throwback Technicians, Paul Burchill and Timmy Thatcher, the Chosen Children of the Superkick Party, the Young Bucks, the Savage Tacticians, the American Wolves, the Submission Assassins, Redragon, the high-flying Chaos Artists, London and Kendrick, and, well, Adrenaline Rush, because every bloodbath needs some cannon fodder. He then smiles and says, "Oh, I haven't forgotten. There is an 8th team. They're not just a surprise, they're a paradigm shift, and you will find out tonight who it is. And when you do, Every other team in this tournament will regret signing that dotted line. But it's not just about the boys tonight. The CCW women's division will be built around fighters, not followers. And tonight we determine the first CCW women's champion. When the Ice Queen of Precision, Serena Deeb, goes one-on-one with that fiery Puerto Rican Spitfire, Zelina Trinidad. And let me tell you now, if you think either one of them are here to represent, you're dead wrong. They're here to break each other's necks and collect gold. And then in your main event, your Messiah, Christopher Daniels, the man with a legacy soaked in blood and brilliance, against a young up-and-coming star with a lot to prove in Adam Cole. And the crowd chants, "Baby!" Spare. Callis rolls his eyes and says, "Spare me. This isn't YouTube. This is CCW. This is war." And tonight, one man walks out, the first ever CCW World Heavyweight Champion, and the other leave in pieces. Don looks directly into the camera. This is Crimson Championship Wrestling. This is Rebirth in Blood, and this is my vision for the future. If you don't like it, get the hell out of my building. And Don Callis leaves the ring. Oh man.
Wow.
45 rated. Don Callis has got a point to prove, man. This new era.
He really does.
Of course, we are in the Tri-City Trade Center in Detroit, Michigan. We have Don Callis coming out here, sportscaster. We're going to change that gimmick. Poor gimmick there. John McGraw with a broadcast gimmick. Poor, okay. And of course, Don West is our color commentator. He had a great gimmick. So, large put it in the microphone. Very marketable. We're going to sell Don West merch. But anyway.
Love that.
We now kick off. It's time for one of the tag team tournament matches, BT. Let's get straight into it.
Let's get into it as we see our first tag team tournament matchup here as the Young Bucks defeat Adrenaline Rush in 12.5 minutes when Matt Jackson pinned ACH with a super kick party, of course. That gets a 68 rated matches. Obviously, the Young Bucks advance through to the next round. Thomas with a 37, 61 for ACH. 76 for Nick and 61 for Matt Jackson. Good or great gimmicks all round. Besides ACH, who got an adequate gimmick.
For sure. So we'll just quickly run through that. Show stealer ACH with an adequate gimmick. We had Matt Jackson with a cocky gimmick, got very good. Nick Jackson with cocky got great. And then referees on. Matt Tadarius Thomas with a fun baby face, very good. 68 rated to kick off the show. To kick off the first ever match in CCW even.
That's huge, man.
We then cut backstage. Eddie Kingston has a few things to say. Eddie Kingston says he's backstage and he says, "So let me get this straight. You bring Eddie Kingston to Crimson Championship Wrestling, the Mad King, the last of a dying breed, and you don't put me in the main event? You must think I'm a joke. You must think this is some charity signing. Nah, you ain't bringing me in to shake hands and play nice. You brought me in because you know I'm violence personified. You brought me in because I fight like my life depends on it. Because most of the time, it does. This ain't a stepping stone. This ain't a feel-good comeback story. This is my declaration of war. You want to talk about Crimson, Blood, Rebirth? You ain't seen Crimson till you're coughing it up after I backfist your jaw sideways. It's Don Callis. You got flippy guys doing handstands in your main event. You got your mystery tag teams and your burger flipping bitches, but you forgot who the hell I am. I bled in bingo halls. I starved in basements. I fought legends, killers, monsters, and I outlived every one of them. I'm still here because I got nothing else. And when you take a man who's got nothing left to lose, that man becomes dangerous. You don't put me in the main event? Fine. I'll burn your card down from the undercard up. I'll make sure whoever is in that main event regrets signing their name on the dotted line. He then gets really close to the camera. He's, sort of shaking. Just, classic Eddie Kingston stuff. CCW, you made a mistake. You disrespected a king. Now watch me turn your whole kingdom to ash. He then throws a mic to the ground and pushes the camera away. For 55 rated promo for Mr. Kingston. It's not bad. Hustler gimmick, very good. May receive, okay. Look dominant. Okay. We then get into PT, a one-on-one match. Yeah.
One-on-one match here. And a pretty decent one here as Carl Anderson defeats Mustafa Ali in 13.5 minutes with a stun gun. 56 for Carl Anderson, 58 for Mustafa Ali. Great gimmicks all round, and a good match. Good win for Carl Anderson here at Rebirth in Blood.
For sure, man.
Wow.
Yeah, what a way to kick off his career, I guess. So yeah, machine gun with a great gimmick. Mustafa Ali, dude, great gimmick as well, and that referee Jack Doan. It is now time for our second tag team tournament match. Now there is obviously, we're not running through the whole tournament tonight, just so we know. Let's get that out of the way. But it is now time for the Redragon versus American Wolves. And in a 63 rated match, Redragon defeat American Wolves when Kyle O'Reilly submits Eddie Edwards with an Armageddon. 63 for Kyle O'Reilly, 48 for Bobby Fish, 60 for David Richards, and a 65 for Eddie Edwards. All good gimmicks again, man. Obnoxious for Bobby Fish. Well, that's true. Small boost of microphone. Machine gimmick very good for David Richards. Machine gimmick also great for Eddie Edwards. Iceman Kyle O'Reilly gets a great gimmick too, man. 63 rated match.
Great match.
Now we the camera, we go backstage. Let's just leave it at that. MVT, take it away.
Oh, well, I'd see the camera phase in here, the screen. No, actually, I would imagine, let's not backstage. I imagine they'd come out. They'd come out.
Okay, come out to the ramp. All right, let's do that. Yeah.
Come out to the ramp. Camera fades in, the screen glows gold. The crowd buzzes as we see Kenny Omega standing side by side with his brother from another mother, Kota Ibushi. Kenny is in a leather jacket with the CCW Tag Team Tournament bracket, probably on the big screen.
Yeah, on the Tron.
On the Tron, as Ibushi stands calm but focused, as Kenny gets on the mic here and says, the word tag team gets thrown around a lot, but a team, that's not something you create overnight. It's something forged through trials, triumphs, and yes, heartbreak. No bond is stronger than the Golden Lovers. Ibushi nods, eyes locked onto the camera. He doesn't say much, but his intensity is real. As Kenny Omega continues, he says, CCW wants the best tag teams in the world to fight for its World Tag Team Championships. You found them. Ibushi then gets on the mic. He says, War Machine. Big, strong, brutal. But you lack the one thing we have. Unity, heart, history. Omega then comes back here and he says, we're not just stepping into this tournament to make a return. We're stepping in to redefine what tag team wrestling means in CCW. War Machine. When that bell rings, you'll realize you're not just facing two men. You're facing something bigger. You're facing a bond you can't break. You're facing the Golden Lovers. Then Kota Ibushi comes back softly but firmly. He says, prepare for pain and beauty. And Kenny Omega, he's pointing at the big screen, he's pointing at the bracket, and he says, our main goal is to become the CCW World Tag Team Champions and entertain you fans while putting on the best matches you've ever seen. But first, War Machine, you're just a footnote in our resurrection. And then both Kenny and Kota in unison say, we're back. And we're golden. Camera fades to black with probably text, Golden Lovers, CCW World Tag Team title tournament. Maybe we see them in the bracket. Officially they're in the bracket there. And
Yeah.
boom. That's the promo there, man.
Oh man.
Solid promo there, 40 rated promo there.
Yeah, I mean, having Kota Ibushi, who literally would have zero pulp at this point in America, Kenny's not going to have a lot either, but that's not what this is about. This is not a popularity contest. You heard Don Callis earlier on in the night. This is about, man, this is about competition. This is about pro wrestling. This is about a revolution.
Mm.
Small penalty to star quality. Okay. Okay, that's fine. 40 rated. It's a little rough, but it is what it is. We then get into a one-on-one singles match as we have Uhaa Nation taking on Matt Cross. And in a 65 rated match, Uhaa Nation defeats Matt Cross in 11 minutes and 40 seconds with the combination. 53 for Nation. Nation combination, okay. Matt Cross with a 62. Straight edge gimmick was poor, but the next big thing, Uhaa Nation getting very good. We like to see it, man. We like to see it. 65 is not bad. Not bad.
Not
at
bad matchup
all.
there.
I would say then we sort of go to not a break, but like a intermission as far as like at the show, and we get something play on the Tron, and BT is going to run through that right now.
See the nerd here, Mia Yim, the Blasian baddie. She speaks backstage here. He says, "Yo, CCW, the Blasian baddie has officially logged in, and let me tell you something. I'm not just here to play the game. I'm here to beat it. I've battled all over the world, leveled up every step of the way, and now I've entered a whole new arena, the Crimson Championship Wrestling universe. And I didn't come alone. Nah, I bought cheat codes, combos, and finishes for every one of my opponents. You step in the ring with me, it's game over. I see a whole roster full of challenges, boss battles waiting to happen, but I've never been afraid to grind. I've never hit pause, I've never backed down. Whether it's a steel cage or a tournament bracket, I've got one goal in mind. To be the last woman standing, controller in hand, stats maxed out. So CCW, press start. Because player one just entered the fight, and I'm coming for that women's championship like it's the final trophy in the game. Now who's ready to get wrecked? Yeah, medium, bro.
Oh, God, it's this is what we're doing, and I think people can see it. We're building story and people, and you guys can get invested in this. It might take 20 minutes to get through one show, but it's fine. 46.
I think it's 46.
Yeah.
Mm.
Great gimmick as well. It is now time for the women's championship match. Serena Deeb, Zelina Trinidad. Let's get into it. And in a 46 rated match, Serena Deeb wins by submission in 15 minutes. And she is the first ever Crimson Championship Wrestling Women's Champion. Now, something I did notice, we have not done a banner yet. We will make a banner. So just hold off for now. You know. Anti-establishment gimmick got a great, and a bitch gimmick got great too. So two great gimmicks, which helps. 47 for Deeb, 31 for Zelina. Hey, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And we have our first ever women's champion.
Yeah.
All right, it is time for our main event. But before we get there, Don Callis is going to present the championship.
Here it is. Here we got Don Callis, the boss man. He's presenting the title here. He gets on the mic and he says, "You know, it's funny. I hear all this noise, all this venom. All I can think is, thank you. Because hate, just like blood, means we're alive." The crowd starts booing. And, you know, Don Callis, he walks down the ramp. And he's got the briefcase in hand. He places the briefcase on a pedestal. He pulls out a key, unlocks the briefcase, you know, flips it open. And then the crowd, ooh, as they see the belt. Under the lights here, this is the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. Look at it. Breathe it in. You're not gonna see a toy. You're not gonna see a vanity prop made for Instagram posts or belt collectors. As Don Callis lifts the title into the air, Look at the nice CCW World title in all its glory. The crowd erupts. This is legacy. This is pain. This is power. This is the last thing you see before the lights go out. And the first thing that defines who the hell you are in this business. He then sets the title back down gently. He says, tonight, only one man gets to walk away with it. On one side, you've got Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel, a man who bled for every inch of his reputation, who carried companies on his back when nobody else could. And now he stands at the gates of immortality as the crowd cheers for Daniels. And then you've got Adam Cole. The crowd screams,
Bye
"Baby!"
bye.
The man that has one of the brightest futures in professional wrestling, and my personal pick to win tonight and become the CCW World Heavyweight Champion. His time is now. But whoever wins tonight, know this. You're not just wearing gold. You're carrying my empire on your back. You don't just represent CCW, you are CCW. And if you crack under the pressure, if you fall short of my standards, I'll rip that title off your waist myself and feed it to someone hungrier, meaner, bloodier. As he lifts the belt again, holds it high in the sky. This is the price of glory. This is the weight of legacy. This is the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. And tonight, someone becomes immortal or becomes forgotten. Bang! What a message from Don Callis right before this big main event.
We then have obviously both men come out to the ring and put on an absolute classic. I'm hoping. But
We're hoping.
Well, let's check it out. In our main event, in a 61 rated match, Christopher Daniels defeats Adam Cole in 17 and a half minutes with the Angel's Wing. He is now, of course, we've seen it. We've seen the title of the CCW World Heavyweight Champion, the first ever one. Get a 60 from Daniels, a 56 from Adam Cole, baby. And we get a fan zone gimmick, yeah, because we're kind of treating Christopher Daniels as he's in like his veteran role now. And then the cocky youth Adam Cole, a 61 rated match, and Christopher Daniels is holding the belt high to close out the show in the Tri-City Trade Center.
What a way to end it.
Great way to end it. We finished the show. What I don't even know for a rating, man. I'd be happy with the 60. I'd be happy with the 60. That might be a
I'm
little
thinking somewhere in the 50s, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We get a 64 rated show to
We'll
kick
take
off
that,
CCW. Of course, Rebirth in Blood 2013. Now, this is where you're going to get a little bit of the backstage stuff. So you're going to see us do the speeches and whatnot. But we're going to try and keep rosters and that sort of thing out of it. We'll get there, though. 33 regions because we are on broadcasters. Yeah, good stuff there. All right. Who are we going to praise?
Daniels, for sure.
Yeah, Christopher Daniels. I don't want to go like, what was it, Nick Jackson that did better?
I think it was Nick Jackson who did better.
I think
Yeah.
it was, yeah. But then we had Carl Anderson did pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, Ali technically did better than Carl Anderson.
Did he? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Or do
so
we go deep? Do we just go our two champions?
Yeah, it's a safe option.
Yeah,
Safe
all right, we'll
option.
just do like told you're awesome and praise for a great. Let's do that. Daniels seemed pleased, and Serena D was pleased. All right, financially, that's not terrible. That's actually not terrible. With the show costs being as much as they were, the marketing, it's not terrible. By the way, guys, we started at 150K, just so you know. So nothing too crazy, and the popularity we're up to an 18. That's pretty big. That is really really big. But you know what, man? That's gonna do us. We're only doing one show an episode. We're gonna try and bang these out as quick as possible. You know, this already took 22 minutes, of course, plus the intro, plus the little video package. So we're probably looking at nearly a 25-minute video. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I cannot wait for the future of Crimson Championship Wrestling. This is the Rebirth of Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, look, honestly, I hope you appreciate all the effort we put into this episode and this series as a whole. We're doing it. We are trying to get you guys invested in our characters, in our storylines, and everything that we're doing, man. And I I think you guys will enjoy this episode and the future, of course. But of course, if you like the video, of course. Comment down below your thoughts on this episode and this whole save as a whole. Share it around, and until next time, I'm BT Savage. This is Maxi Matt, and we'll see you in the next episode of Crimson Championship Wrestling.